Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Ella Pastoral X The Sims. If this is your first time ever coming upon this channel, welcome. Hi. On this channel, I typically talk about everything relating to my Sims. And as you can see, we are back with the Obeid family, including my girl Ada. So if you guys don't know, we are actually in the main primary castle of the Oasis Springs Royals. And the reason why we are here, I didn't even put everything up, man. But the main reason why we are here is because we need to talk to Queen Sundari about everything that happened at the ball. Okay, so we are officially about to go into the throne room. This is what the Oasis Springs Royals throne room looks like. Very regal, very gorgeous. And I'm gonna have all of them do the bowing pose because that is what the ceremonial position would be if you're coming to confess to the queen about like your misgressings and stuff. It's kind of like a kato. Let's see, do male. Let's do female bowing. Okay, so we finally have Ada and Hassan doing the ceremonial bow. They're just here right now to like introduce themselves to the queen and show that they are very regretful for their actions. But this is the perfect time for Farah to tell the queen what has happened. And she's just going to tell the queen everything that happened. She is just going to show appreciation to Sundari. I think that they have bowed enough. Typically, the 3 bows is enough to like let the queen know their position. I'm going to have him steady sit here. And I'm going to have Ada also steady sit here. I'm going to have her have a deep conversation. But after the ball, Your Majesty, we went to the Bahia household. And there was just a lot of scuffling that happened where despite my best effort, we can no longer assure you an alliance between Oasis Springs and Brindleton Bay. And she's just gonna complain about the local youths, and Queen Sundari is just listening to this like, you are my advisor and I cannot beseech you this. There used to be a thing called like relationships or something like that where we could, I don't know, complain about sunny weather. We're just trying to have Barack explain to the queen that I tried my best to keep my son in line, but due to Ada and her outrageous behavior, yes, you can be self-absorbed. Everything went extremely bad and I do not know what to say. And it looks like these two are supposed to go to school soon, and it seems like Queen Sundari is like, my beloved advisor, you are not to blame for this. It was obviously the mistake of that girl who was sitting behind the petition over there. I cannot shame you for that. And I'm going to have, girl, not you being itchy, I'm going to have Sundari practically say like, hey, I understand. I'm going to have her hug her because they obviously have an extremely high relationship. And first she's going to flatter her like, you are my advisor and you've been my advisor for so long. And they're literally laughing about this situation. So Farah, she told the queen about the engagement between her son and Lady Ada. And the queen took it well. And the queen did not shame her for, you know, for letting her son embarrass her in front of the 7 kingdoms. And everything went extremely well. And now that Farah has practically told the queen everything, she will now be dismissed. I'm going to have her sent home. But now I'm going to switch to Sundari's household because now that she has gotten the information from Farah about what happened last night, she needs to figure out what is going on with the Bahia family. Okay guys, so we were officially able to get all of the members of the Bahia family to sit down, as well as Queen Sundari and Prince Consort Jai. We have the consort sitting there based on their position and the heirs sitting there in their position as well. And we are going to have Queen Melania come up to Queen Sundari and explain to her the situation. Melania will practically tell Queen Sundari like, hello, Your Majesty. Practically, we have come here to talk to you about the situation involving Count Hassan as well as Princess Maria and Lady Ada. We found out that there were predisposing relationships between Ada and Count Hassan, and due to the embarrassing situation that happened between Hassan and Ada, we have decided to cancel the engagement just for the sake of peace. Do not worry, this is not breaking our relationship. This is her just telling her like, we will not dissolve any of our previously agreed engagements because of this situation. And here Melania says, you're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you and I hope you feel that way about me too. So Queen Sundari and Melania are actually having a good time. I definitely thought that there will be a little bit of animosity, seeing as Melania has been trying so hard to build up the reputation of the Bahia family after all that has happened with the Windenburgs and the former Queen Mary. But I guess these two have such a good relationship. Let's see how her relationship is with Queen Sundari compared to the other monarchs. And yo, it's given that Queen Sundari is her best friend for real, for real. So while these two are talking about the situation that happened at the ball, I'm going to have Maria and Sanjay talk to each other. Like right now they're trying to act very demure, very cutesy, like they're not literally in love with each other. But I am going to have Sanjay ask Maria like, hey, what happened? All I saw was Ada yell at Hassan, and then all of a sudden your mom like canceled the ball and dismissed everybody. So what the heck has happened? So it says that Queen Sundari is about to develop the romantic sage trait, but I am literally having Maria and Sanjay have a deep conversation right now, and I'm going to have Maria practically tell Sanjay like, hey, what's happened is that I was minding my business and my mother immediately summoned everybody back to our quarters. And before I knew it, I found out that Hassan was actually engaged with that girl. The girl said that Hassan promised to marry her, and that is why she was acting like that at the ball. But for some reason, something's happening with Jai. This is not the time for you to be inviting people out, Neilani. We are in the middle of something right now. And so for some reason, it is not allowing me to click on Sanjay and do interactions with him. All we can do is gossip. So I'm going to have her gossip about Ada and see, look at this nonsense. Sanjay's practically like, yeah, I heard that Lady Ada is in a gang, practically trying to insinuate like, I've heard such bad things about her, and for her to do that to Hassan was wild. And Maria will practically be like, yeah, like that's why I had to break off the engagement. Okay, so it says very cool hobbies. Queen Melania seemed to enjoy hearing about Queen Sundari getting hands on her hobbies. You can always learn a lot from a sim who's passionate about a skill. Could it be that Queen Melania likes discussing hobbies? I'm gonna say yes, but what I really want to do is have Sanjay talk to Maria about her engagement, because what do you mean she broke off her engagement? And we just got a Lady Whistle Down Society paper, and I want to hear what she had to say. For those not in attendance at the Bahia ball last week, you missed a truly remarkable event. Excellently prepared hors d'oeuvres, the juiciest of gossip, and fine dancing made for an evening that will not soon be forgotten. Felicitations are in store for the Valarian family this week, who have been blessed with a new bundle of joy. The child has been christened Lady Emma Valarian. Let us congratulate the week's happy couples, King Edward I and Lady Gross, who were recently engaged. And I really feel like the society papers this time were definitely less spicy than I expected. This event practically involved half of the heptarchy, so I really feel like King Edward, Queen Melania, and Queen Sundari were able to pull strings and not have all of their business told by Lady Whistledown. I mean, listen, she mentioned the fact that Maria and Hassan are no longer a couple, which is shady, but she also didn't go into the deets about what truly happened. So hopefully no one spills the tea to the rest of like the lower nobles or the common people and cause another circus. But that's why I feel like Melania is in such a good mood, because the reputation of the Bahia household wasn't as ruined as I thought it would be. So for some reason it isn't allowing me to let Maria talk, so Sanjay is going to be the main person talking here. Nope, they both aren't allowed to speak. I think it's because they're steady sitting. Let's see if we can get y'all out of your chairs real quick. But I really think Sanjay right now is practically like shocked to his very core about the fact that Maria broke off her engagement and she was the one who did it. Like, look at his shocked face. Like, not only does he look proud, he also just looks shocked, and he's just looking at her like, oh my gosh. Like, he's laughing because everything she is saying is so not like her. Like, oh yeah, I told him that I will not be with a man that embarrasses me and my family. And honestly, I feel like this is perfect. I am going to have everybody quickly call out of work because we are in the middle of something, but I really feel like Maria and Sanjay are just overall just giggling like, yeah, I don't know why he thought that I was going to be okay with all of that mess, but I said, yeah, mom, under no circumstances am I going to be with a man who is that unable to control his household. And so I told my mother right then and there that under no circumstances would I be with a man like that. And I just think Sanjay's like looking at Maria like, oh my gosh, like that was so bold of you. I'm just trying to have everybody quickly call out of work, call off from work, so they don't leave in the middle of me having this meeting between the Bahia family and the Shwadwals. But I think now that Sanjay knows that the engagement between San and Maria is officially broken off and that Maria was the one to break it off, I think he's looking at her like, yo, this is the perfect time that we confront our parents about us possibly being engaged. So I'm going to have him go here, and I'm also going to have Maria go here too. And I think I'm just going to have them both bow down to their parents. I'm just going to have them both bow down to their respective parents and plead to them at this point, because with the fact that Maria broke off her engagement because Hassan didn't know how to practically like keep it in his pants and not give it someone who doesn't know how to behave, that means Maria is single. These two have been hinting at how much they've wanted to be with each other for so long. I'm going to have Princess Consort Christina as well as Prince Consort Jai come here and see this, because it really goes against royal etiquette for these two to have like gotten up out of their seats like that without being called. I had to turn them so they could bow in a way that made sense, but they're literally bowing before their parents and they're like, okay, mom, dad, mom, mama. I just feel like no one has listened to us when we've talked about how serious we are, when we say that we are in love with each other. And now that I've bowed, they're gonna get up and they're going to talk to their parents like, hey, like, I want to be engaged to Maria. And Maria's like, I want to be engaged to Sanjay. And I feel like I'm going to have Sanjay take over because he is more bold and more charismatic. Okay, yes, he's going to confess to Maria's mom and be like, I literally think about Maria every day of every week. I cannot breathe without her. She means everything to me. Like, this is the woman who I want to be married to. Okay? How did she take that? How did she take that? She has such a very nonchalant look about her. I don't know what that means. Let's go check her moodlets. She has all of these moodlets, boring conversation, tense, same wavelength. Okay, what does this mean? Go to work? Girl, no, girl, don't go to work right now. I need you to deal with this situation. I thought I had everybody call out of work except for you. No, I need you to also call out of work. Can you take a business, stay home? And I'm going to have you stay home too. They're literally royalty, like they can do whatever they want. I think it might be the advisor. Oh my God, there's no way everyone's going to work. There's no way everyone is going to work and change out of their outfits. Please, let's try it again. Yes. Stay home. Physically stay home. I'm so sorry about this, y'all. When it comes to The Sims, they never want to take me seriously. We're literally in the middle of a life-changing conversation. They're like, let's go to work. Okay, so I finally got everyone to respect me. But back to the plot. But we are seriously going to have Sanjay talk to Melania and ask about... let's ask about your girlfriend, Princess Maria. I want to know what is going on in the mind of Queen Melania. Like, what specifically is the issue that is preventing them from being engaged? So Sanjay is going to ask about that. Sorry, I got a new mod and my game is like mad laggy because of it, I think. Because typically on my expensive laptop, it shouldn't lag like this. Okay. Queen Melania says Princess Maria is one cool sim. I like her. Yeah, and Sanjay's gonna literally ask her, like, if you really like your daughter, like you say you like your daughter, why can't we be engaged? In fact, I'm gonna just cut to the chase and I'm gonna have Princess Maria ask her mother. No, don't ask that mother. Ask the other mother. Like, hey, can I have permission to date? Sorry, this is the wrong mother. Like, Princess Consort Christina is cool, but she really isn't the one to have the final say. You need to ask your mother, the queen. So she's going to be like, Mom, I really love Sanjay. And Sanjay has stuck with me throughout all of this. You chose Hassan. Hassan ended up not being good for me at all. He even ended up having someone on the side. But Sanjay has been by my side this entire time, and he has asked for nothing. And Queen Melania practically is saying, like, dating is an important part of any teen's social life. Of course I want you to date and to get to know yourself. I trust you to make good choices. Oh, Oh my God, man. I actually did not expect that to be what happened, man. I did not expect Queen Melania to actually be so cool like that. Because this whole entire time she has practically been putting on airs like, oh, I don't want you to marry Sanjay, I don't even want you to be around Sanjay. But I really feel like Sanjay talking to her and him practically intervening on behalf of Maria definitely softened up her heart to him. Like, guys, I honestly expected Queen Melania to be like, yeah, no, you're still very much a child. You don't know what you want. I think this whole situation with Hassan is really much telling Melania, like, hey, even when we do choose a very viable match for you, things can still go wrong. And so I definitely feel like Maria is going to hug her mom. She's just honestly so shocked that her mom said yes. And so she's honestly going to go into her arms and be like, thank you, mom. She literally is just gonna be like, thank you, mom. I don't even know what to say. I never expected that. And I feel like Sanjay listening to this and he's just like, yo, I knew I gave him to, like, I need the lag to get off me. I'm gonna also have Sanjay ask his parents, like, hey, I also want to have permission to date and practically be in charge of my own destiny like Maria. And I want to see what Queen Sundari says. And hopefully we get the same productive response. So Queen Sundari says, I'm glad you asked my permission. That makes me think I can trust you even more to make good choices while out on your dates. So go enjoy being young. And I just feel like I knew that Queen Sundari was going to say yes. This is her beloved baby boy. He's about to be the next king of the Seven Kingdoms. And so I'm honestly gonna have Sanjay just straight up ask his mother, like, hey, what do you think of Princess Maria? Because she is definitely the person I want to date. And let me see who is calling these people, man. We have Maria and Melania finally getting over their beef that they've had and hugging. We have random people calling the queen, even though she's busy dealing with this situation. So practically Queen Sundari was like, yeah, I know Maria. She's very cool. I like her. If she is seriously who you want to be with, I have no choice but to say yes. And so I think I am officially going to have Sanjay ask for the hand of Maria because, like, they have been secretly dating, secretly sending correspondence for the last couple of months at this point. And I'm going to have Queen Sundari do it to make Sanjay look less like a rake because Sundari has known what has been on her son's mind for this point, right? So we're going to go to the arranged marriage for section. And we are literally going to have Sundari ask for an arranged marriage between Sanjay and Maria. Why is Sanjay not here? That is actually so strange. Let's see. We are going to go into the relationship panel and see why these two aren't allowed to be engaged. So they're lovers and they both have those sentiments. Is it because you're still technically engaged to Hassan? No, you're not. So why is it that you're not allowed to be engaged? In fact, let's see. I think that we can take this as a sign that even though Queen Melania and Queen Sundari have both said that they are allowed to date, maybe engagement is way too soon, seeing that Maria just broke off her engagement. And I think that this is going to be a compromise. Like, I'm going to definitely have the consorts Jai and Christina talk to these young lovers because I feel like the consorts are more engaged to this type of family stuff. But I'm definitely going to have them all hug each other because I feel like Jai specifically, he's definitely like a girl dad. I mean, obviously he has a son, but the rest of his children are most definitely girls. He is going to... What can we do for parenting? Can you parent Maria? We are going to have you... Oh, guys, look, what the heck? It says new romance dynamic wholesome. How tender. Prince Sanjay and Princess Maria seem to care for each other. Both are lovers and friends. Romantic partners with a wholesome romance dynamic choose to perform romantic, friendly, or funny interactions with each other more often and hold a meaningful place in each other's hearts. Would you describe the dynamic between Prince Sanjay and Princess Maria as wholesome? Yes, I'm going to say that for sure. And look, we sent the children Aditi, Vida, and yeah, it's just Aditi, Vida, and Ida all the way to Baroness Lorena to watch them while they dealt with this. And yo, what? Why is your mother yelling at you? Oh my gosh, wow, that sim is irresistible. We know that Princess Maria loves Sanjay. Did you do something that made your mother that angry? Why are you getting yelled at? What I think happened is that since Maria is feeling like, she is literally on top of the world, she's literally like, and since we're talking about things, mom, I think I wanna talk about how I'm not ready to be the crown princess. Like since we're talking about things I've hidden from you for so long, I'm not ready to be the crown princess. I don't think I'm ready to take over your place as the future queen. And she's feeling a little sick and she has some tension from other things on her mind, and that's why I feel like she mentioned that issue about her wanting to be the crown princess to her mom. It says other things on their mind from tension. Princess Maria just can't loosen up and it's kind of killing the mood. But yo, can you explain to me why you're yelling at your daughter like this? Oh my gosh. Ask for love advice. So your daughter asked you for love advice and now you're getting yelled at? What I think happened is that Melania was like, I love you, Maria, and I've let you have so many concessions, man. If you really think that I'm gonna let you give up your place as the crown princess just so you can be with a boy, you have me absolutely messed up. And I think that this is where Sanjay will come in and he'll be like, if that is the issue that is causing you mother and daughter pair to be so upset, I'll marry into House Bahia. What kind of interaction would that be? I think that is deep conversation. Yeah, that's a deep conversation. Sanjay's like, yeah, I've been talking to Maria for so long, and I know that all of this stuff in terms of succession has just made her so overly anxious. It has practically been making her feel like she's worthless, that she can't do anything. And if that is the final concession that I have to make in order for you to allow me and your daughter to be together, then that is what I'm willing to do. And I definitely think that this is going to be the final straw for Prince Consort Jai. Okay, so honestly, my game was really lagging, so I had to save and come back to see what the heck was going on. But I definitely think I'm going to have Sundari try to mediate because she can tell that her fellow queen is like getting wrecked and she's about to ruin this nice energy that is going on, and the consorts aren't having it either. Sanjay's dad is looking at Maria like, yo, what did my son say he's willing to do for you? And my girl Princess Consort Christina is just like, I've had a rough 24 hours. I think it would be best for everybody if we go to our own respective places, but I consider this a win. Maria might have not gotten everything that she wanted from this conversation in terms of being able to abdicate, because Maria is really starting to realize that this whole crown princess thing is just not the vibe. It does nothing except for breed resentment and make her anxiety worse. But if we look at how Maria's looking right here in the corner, she's looking like she's having the best time ever. She's literally looking at Sanjay like, look, she's just so happy. She's like, hey man, when it comes to my mother, I have to win some, but that doesn't mean I have to lose everything. And so yeah, I feel like we did a lot of productive things in this episode. We definitely had Princess Maria and Sanjay deal with their issues, but we also had Melania get over herself and allow them to date. I think in the next episode, we are definitely going to have to do a meeting of the Seven Kingdoms in order to talk about succession laws, specifically relating to these two, because no matter how hard Sundari and Melania try to break these two up, the answer is just no. So in the next episode, we're definitely going to have to deal with succession, because Melania is still yelling at Maria, and he's trying to calm down the situation. I don't know, guys. Do you think Melania is going to allow her daughter to abdicate? Do you think Sundari is going to allow her son to abdicate? We're gonna have to deal with that in the next episode. If you like this episode, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.